Welcome to the Veteran Biker Channel. This is where we expose the hypocrisy and the mountain of steaming lies from the liberal left. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I think this guy's coming from a White Dudes for Harris rally.
Because you can't drive. You're in no shape to drive at this point. All right, so
17 days till the election. And you would think the left-wing media, the liberal news, would be praising Kamala Harris's accomplishments. You would think they would be out just beating the battle drums on everything that she's done. Well, they're not doing that. And Bill Maher is a perfect indicator of what's really happening within the Democrat Party, the left-wing media, and more importantly, Kamala Harris's campaign. It's all falling apart. And they have one thing that they always fall back on. Blame Trump. And that's all Kamala Harris has been able to do. But now Bill Maher has come out and openly said, Kamala, stop effing up. And she's her own worst enemy. You have to hear this monologue. This is absolutely amazing to watch. They're dissipating. They're disintegrating. They're eating their own. And the Democrat Party, including Bill Maher, are now regretting installing Kamala Harris. They know they would have been better off with Joe, and there's not a damn thing they can do about it right now.
Trump is invulnerable to an October surprise, but she is very vulnerable because she's the one who is still undefined. And as she showed in this week's Bret Baier interview, her go-to when attacked for her own actions is usually Trump is worse. Okay, we know that. But now undecided voters want to hear about you. They want someone to vote for. This election comes down to this. Trump has a coalition of voters made up of A, people who really do like him, and B, people who think with all of his flaws, he's still better than far-left insanity. And the voters...
There are a lot of people that don't like Donald Trump that are going to vote for him because of exactly what Bill Maher said. The far left insanity. People going into bathrooms that shouldn't be going in there. People dressed up as RuPaul, reading books to little people. The things that they made you do to maintain your job. You know, the old Fauci ouchie. That's far left insanity. Thinking that a dude can have a baby. More reasons that a lot of people are now switching and swallowing their pride, swallowing their hatred in favor of their wallet, their family, their safety, and the southern border. Bill Maher nailed this.
Big doubt about Kamala is, are you part of far-left insanity? The attack ad I see 10 times a day, and a question Bret Baier aimed at her on Wednesday, was about her saying in 2019 that she supported providing taxpayer-funded sex change operations to illegal immigrants in prison. Something that's actually never happened and has no real bearing on anybody's life. But it's a litmus test for voters out there who want to know of the Democrat, is there anything can suggest that will ever make you say no?
He's got David Hogg, Mark Cuban, and Joe Scarborough all on the show at one time. We're going to do a later video on this, but this is a low T meeting is basically what it is.
It's getting late early, and we can't afford any more bad answers like this one last week.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
No bueno.
No bueno.
No.
I love it.
Next time, maybe try. Joe Biden generally did a good job, but sure, I wish we'd tightened the border sooner, as we have done now. And trust me, I learned my lesson, and that's never going to happen again.
Bill Maher knows it. Bill Maher knows it. The ladies on The View knew it. They all know it. Anytime Kamala Harris is allowed to answer a question, and I said that, allowed to answer a question without a teleprompter, without her Bluetooth earrings, she screws it up. And you can see the worry, the despair, and the cringe with Bill Maher. It's like you're about to see a car wreck and you're like, oh man. Or you just see some like body about to just really mess something up. And you're just like, You want to look away, but you got to watch. And that's what happens every time Kamala Harris opens her damn mouth. I can't get enough of watching her on TV and watching her in interviews. But I was a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And that was a show just about cringe. Even Seinfeld had a little bit about it, where you would just cringe and then you would laugh. And now you can't laugh because this person could potentially be in charge of the free world. Bill Maher knows it. Everyone knows it. You know it. And the cringe is not cringe anymore. It's pain. It's pain in your wallet, pain at the southern border, pain at the grocery store, pain at your job, pain at your school. That's where the pain is. It's not cringe anymore. It's pain. And Bill knows it's coming to an end.
Kamala, it's so important that you win this election, not just for the sake of retaining a real democracy and for the good of the world, but also because I predicted a month ago you'd win this thing, and if you blow it, it's going to make me look bad.
There's Joe Scarborough and Mark Cuban. Many people say they both look like Rachel Maddow, but Joe Scarborough's body count is pretty high. Just do a little Google searching about a aide that passed away in his office that he may or may not allegedly have been having an affair with. And she had a head injury while in his office when he was a congressman in the state of Florida. There's a little homework for you.
I've got a really good prediction record, so please don't f this up. Kamala, ever since I put down my marker on you and said you'd win and I wasn't even worried about it, everyone, everywhere, on the road, in LA, texting me, emailing me, stopping me in restaurants, asking me, Bill, are you sure? No, I'm not sure. What am I, Kreskin? Of course I'm not sure, but that's my gut. I think Kamala Harris wants this. I think she can do this, to say nothing of if she loses, she'll never hear the end of it from Joe. I told you I was the only one who could beat him, Biden.
What do you think about that? From Joe, I told you I could beat him, Biden. First comment always wins on these tweets. Craig Chamberlain, Maher is a perfect example of how a smart person can come to believe dumb things. Harris' incompetence clearly showed she was incapable from the very beginning. Maher had faith in her handlers, not her, which is precisely everything wrong with the current political left. I could not agree more. Vigilant Fox. I honestly think Maher just got too cocky after Kamala Harris memorized her debate lines. He didn't realize that after a few unscripted interviews, Kamala would expose herself as a complete NPC. Couldn't be more right. Could not be more right. Bill Maher is worried. The Democrat Party is worried. And I want to show you a little example of who is probably voting. Actually, I just want you to answer this question for yourself. Who is this guy voting for?
Because you can't drive. You're in no shape to drive at this point. All right, so I'm trying to give you a break tonight. All right, because your vehicle is here, parked and everything like that. But I need you to get it right out of here, though. That's going to be the issue, okay? I can't let you walk.
I agree.
Okay? You have no friends, no family, no nothing? Do you have an Uber app or anything like that?
I don't have anybody that would be available.
Okay.
Anybody.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I think this guy's coming from a White Dudes for Harris rally. All right, this is where I've got to cut off this video. For all of you that want to see the full uncensored content that is associated with that traffic stop and the guy in the nightgown, follow me at veteranbiker.locals.com. It's sad that we've come to this, but I have to have one set of language for YouTube, and then I can speak like an adult over on veteranbiker.locals.com. Follow me down below. It's sad that we've come to this. As an adult Christian male that served my country for 21 years, I have to filter my own free speech. That's exactly right. I'm sorry about this, YouTube people, but that's the way the game is played. And if you think any other YouTubers are not doing this, if they're not filtering what they want to say, you're lying to yourself. Follow me, veteranbiker.locals.com. Full, unedited, uncensored, adult speech.
Because you can't drive. You're in no shape to drive at this point. All right, so I'm trying to give you a break tonight.